Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. This is Solomon Adams in my latest review of Dragon Ball Super episode 37 right now. We finally get like this episode was definite. It's like continuing off in the tournament, like and Vegeta beating up Frost and Vegeta, and but now it's gonna be him versus Cave. It's definitely very cool. I didn't really like this episode because there were so many quotes. How many quotes? Quotes from the old Dragon Ball Z. I do like it. I wish I didn't get, but there are a lot of Easter eggs and some things I like. Okay, so let's get started on the let's get started on the episode. No, I like some of the humor that we got. Like for example, how Chamba getting mad because he could hear like heard the people hear them eating. Some of the people started to eat some food, like Vegeta taking a bit of a break. Because of what happened with Monaka. He went through a big fight. Having the air sucked out. They're repairing the stadium. Champa and Beerus just get into it. It's pretty intense. It's pretty. I like how crazy they get. They maybe got to destructions, but their little wind up too tight around the skull. Oh, pretty funny. I mean, I do like it. It's pretty intense. And we even get to see there's so many Easter eggs. Like for example, one of the Easter eggs, was when we know that the Saiyans of Unit 6 are hard workers. They're heroes of justice. They work hard. Chi-Chi a little annoyed that Goku never worked a day in his life. Like Goku's a good warrior, one of the best, a very good warrior, but he's not what you call the best father or husband. In the world of Dragon Ball Z. Neither Vegeta that much. The situation for him is like very hard. It's very hard. When we get to see him fighting against Cave, and Cave, even though Cave, he's not as strong as he tries his best. Gives Vegeta so many hints and try to give him a few moves. And this is just him in normal state. But he gives out so many moves like that's so familiar. Him doing that fighting pose with his hands like this, hands like in this position. It's similar to how it's the same when Goku and Vegeta first had their fight in the old Dragon Ball Z. This is like major nostalgia. Not to mention the Gallic Gun. Even though Cave doesn't call it that, Vegeta knows instinctively what he's doing. And saying, so you are a Saiyan. However, things are a little, tough, and this is just him in normal state. However, for both for Goku and Vegeta, they get this hint, like if you can do all this, and be so strong in normal state, they want to know what you can do in Super Saiyan. There's just one problem. Cave doesn't know Super Saiyan. It's definitely a tough hint. It's definitely a tough. One of the things I got to note about this, is about how Vegeta. He's one thing you gotta know is he's a Saiyan, he's a prince, but he's also a warrior. One of the things he values most is his pride. Even though Cave asked him humbly to teach him how to become a Super Saiyan, and it's not something you could just learn off the bat. I mean, man, he's trying to teach. Like he fights Cave and does everything he can, but he does this mercilessly, beating the hell out of Cave in Super Saiyan form, and he doesn't hold back. He does this like brutally, so many punches, the kicks, very brutal. Even Yamcha has a quote saying, hey, it's like he's gone back to his evil self, like saying, seeing how he does it. It's pretty intense, and him beating the hell out of Cave, it seems a little one-sided. And saying in the Cave, hey, Cave, hey, do not surrender. If you surrender, I'll kill you. Stuff like he's pretty brutal in this, saying, hey, once I kill you, I will go to planet Sada, just crush that planet and slaughter your whole family. That's how intense Vegeta is going into this. But as he's trying to deliver the final blow, Cave knocks it out of his hands, and he rises up, and finally he transforms, I knew there was rumors buzzing around for weeks, is Cave a Super Saiyan or not? Because it's obvious that Cave didn't know what Super Saiyan was until Goku and Vegeta first tried it, but now he knows what it is. And I gotta admit, I like the way he does. I mean, I've seen the way he does transform. Like, it's pretty intense seeing the fight and him giving it all he got. Him 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 firing back at Vegeta saying, he, if you lay a hand on Planet Sada, I will never forgive you. If you hurt them, I will never forgive you. And him doing as and he even knocked Vegeta down a little bit. Not really, but how when Vegeta stands still, so clear minded, and he's about to take a hit to the face, and when it comes to him, and he doesn't move at all. Boom, like a punch to the face, saying does nothing. And he's saying that's more like it. That is more like it. Like basically, if you guys remember the old Dragon Ball Z, the key to transformation is intense emotion, like anger. Like when Goku first transformed, he was furious because Frieza killed his best friend Krillin, and Vegeta snapped because he was sick and tired of always being second to Goku, who achieved transformation first. Then there was Future Trunks, who came back, and he transformed, and there was no idea why. So frustrated that he went crazy a little bit, and his anger exploded, and boom, transformed. Then Gohan did it. Remembering all the times he ever got angry, remember, Gohan had this hidden potential for strength. And, like, in the same, like, ever since he was a baby, if you remember, ever since he was a child, that one day when his power erupts, it came to the surface, and boom, he went Super Saiyan. I remember Goten did it when he trained with Chi-Chi to fight. I remember when he was treating it on a fight. He was just a kid. I don't think he got angry, but he was a pretty intense fight. He probably got a little frustrated, and so he transformed all of a sudden. Then he kicked his mom. And his mom was like so shocked, saying, "Oh no, not another monster in the family." And then Trunks did it. Kid Trunks, No, Vegeta said it the best, saying, "When did the transformation from a legendary warrior turned into a child's plaything?" It's pretty funny, like the newer generation of Super Saiyan were surpassing the old, and like if kids could do it, it's pretty intense. It's pretty funny, but it's also nostalgic, this was Vegeta trying to teach him the value of a Saiyan, to remember your pride as a Saiyan, and saying Saiyans don't hold back. They're not as humble. Like trying to teach him, like as a Saiyan, you should be proud of what you are. And I mean, the Saiyan warriors of Universe 7 were brutal warriors. They were mercenaries. They didn't ask for something. They took what they wanted and destroyed everyone that got in their way. That's the simple truth. They're not the same as Universe 6 Saiyans. They're not the same as them. And the Supreme Kai said it himself. The Saiyans of Universe 6 went down a different path, a different evolutionary path. It's pretty intense. I got that, man. This was a very interesting battle. It was because it had character development. An interesting story. We got to see some interesting things. It was pretty nice. Pretty cool. I really did like the nostalgia. I even liked how when Vegeta turned Super Saiyan Blue, Heat opened his eyes. Like Heat didn't do nothing throughout the whole match, the entirety of the match. Like he was just staring. He just kept his eyes closed. Goku was staring at him part of the time at the beginning of the match, and concerned like this guy is supposed to be the last fight. That means he's the strongest. Like he was great concerned. Even Piccolo noticed. That. Yeah. And the only time he ever did something, opened his eyes, was when Vegeta went Super Saiyan Blue. Remember, Super Saiyan Blue is like tapping into Super Saiyan God power, and Cave, he's surprised, saying, "I have this potential in me," and like you do basically, like that's the only, and that's like anything. Even though Vegeta did win overwhelmingly, it was overwhelmingly obvious he did win. He's trying to teach, Cave, Cabo, like, be proud of your Saiyan lineage. You're a warrior. Be proud of that. Like, be that. Take that pride. And Cave said, "There's a king on planet Sarada who's as proud and strong as you. So I mean, think about it. Vegeta is a prince, so he has his pride. So, helping out, Piccolo said this, helping out a fellow Saiyan, is, it's only natural for him. Cause one thing Vegeta loves being a warrior is being a Saiyan most of all. I mean, but I really like that how Goku asked, hey, does he feel that same way? He ain't know, like you're really annoying, cause and you get on his nerves a lot. So basically that's I mean hell, like Goku is Vegeta's whole purpose for fighting. He gives he's like Vegeta's whole motivation. So even though they're not like best friends, they do respect each other. Oh, it's pretty intense. Sometimes. No, I can't wait to see the next fight because it's gonna be Heat, versus Cade. Uh, but there were certain problems, certain debate, like for example, before when the episode was officially released online, someone leaked a photograph of Heat punching Vegeta in the face. It was only an image, but it got a lot of people talking, like for example, on Facebook and like something like like what, like it was only a mislead, like a teaser, but it got a lot of people talking, like can he is Heat the strongest of Universe 6? It's pretty. No, his backstory is pretty much. I don't know. He's a legendary hitman and an assassin, and he's probably the strongest warrior in Universe 6, beside Champa. I mean, hell, he beat up Frost without using his hands, just using his energy, not his hands. I put this on the debate, and some guy saying Frost ain't nothing. I mean, sure, Frost was a cheater and a liar, and he had that beatdown coming for trying to steal shit and being sneaky. But if you could beat up a guy without using your hands and just your energy, imagine what would happen if you actually used your hands. So to that guy who shot down that comment, think about that before you try to make comments before you start talking about stuff, and you think it's crap, So that's intense. So that's a lot to think about. Anyway, I really enjoyed this chapter. It was pretty intense. Really intense. This episode was pretty. I really did like it. A little. It was an intense, emotional episode. One I very much like. Because it's about the pride of a Saiyan. It is about the pride of a Saiyan. Vegeta are trying to get Cabba to understand. It's pretty intense. Trying to teach him how to be a Super Saiyan and remember the feeling of anger and your intense emotion. But that's what gives you your strength. Basically, it's pretty intense. Overall, I did like it. Sorry for taking this. And I got a quote. There was a quote. That the reason why Frost has agreed to the tournament was so Vados could give him the cube. But the cube is a relic of the gods, can transport anyone anywhere, even into other universes. That's what gives the gods their power to transcend time and space to go through dimensions. It's pretty intense, and that's true. That means that Beerus has one, and so do other gods of the other 12 universes. It's pretty intense, and it's really kind. Does that mean that if he wants to does he plan on going to the other universes and taking people out there? That's something I really want to know. Anyway, that's all I saw today. Hope you enjoyed. And try to comment, subscribe. Thank you. This is Solomon Alex getting my latest review on Dragon Ball Super episode 37. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks and comment, subscribe. Thank you. Bye. Intense.